Pakistanis, the Lebanese, they've still got their wives because they have Islam. African churches are some of the biggest scams running in this country legally. If an Arab woman wearing a hijab was twerking, bro, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Honestly though, when it comes to, this is going to be a sensitive topic though, but when it comes to the relationships between black men and black women, we're at a terrible place right now. And you know what I blame?
It's very bad.
It's a very bad place right now.
Very bad right now.
And I feel it a lot more as well, you as well, and all of us too, because we want black wives. Okay? That is just, there it is, and that's most black men. But what's going on is, I honestly, and hear me out. Women, please, hear me out here. Okay, hear me out. I blame feminism, and here's what it is, okay? Because feminism's rife in this country. But you see the Pakistanis? You see the Lebanese? Shout out Willow. They're still getting married, even with all this feminism stuff. Even though the same propaganda is being pushed to all the women. Pakistanis, the Lebanese, they've still got their wives. They've still got their home. They've still got their kids there. They've still got their kids raised, right? You want to know what it is? Because they have Islam. And hear me out. Islam is the thing that keeps their families
so
in
true.
check. It's because they've got Islam.
So true.
But if you look at the black community and you look at all countries like Nigerians, Congolese, Grenadians, Jamaicans, we had the church. Because look at your grandparents. Your grandparents were married. Your grandparents had traditional values. Or some sort of sense of traditional values.
Oh my God, I'm deep in that, you know.
Deep it. But you know what it is? It's the church. Because I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's the church. We still have the church to an extent. But what we've allowed them to do is corrupt the church.
Yeah.
And
like extremely.
Especially, they've extremely corrupted the church. If you look at black churches, there's no rules. Because, for example, Islam, you can't say nothing about Islam. Islam, you can't be gay in Islam. That's it. Done. Finished. There's no there's no open to any change because that is their religion. That's their rules. Done. You look at the church. You've now got gay priests. That's not following the church's rules. Once you do that, you're basically saying that in the church, the rules can be bent. And then the rules have been allowed to be bent. If you look at black churches, again, specifically, you look at black churches. In a lot of African churches, they would never have a gay priest. We all know this. But they are scams. A lot of African churches are the biggest. Yeah. They are the biggest.
You won't even know.
They won't. They're the African churches are some of the biggest scams running in this country legally. And a lot of these African churches, what they will do is they will find women who are guys as well, but they'll find women will come to the church who are lost and need help. And instead of actually telling them, okay, you need to stop doing this, you need to find a husband, you need to get on the right path to God. Instead, they'll enable them and they'll tell them what they're doing is okay. So they give them money. That's what they'll do. Because it's easier to lie to people, especially women. It's easier to lie to women than tell them the truth. Because once you lie to them, they'll give you money. They'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm closer to God by being a hoe. I'm closer to God by doing... That's what's happening in the church. And the church has been disrespected. There are people aunties who give 10% of their salary to the church every month. One of my mother's friends, for 25 years, she was giving 10% of her salary to the church. And there were hundreds of others in the church doing the same. And they were talking about this new church that needs to be built. Bro, every church has heard this. This new church that needs to be built, this new building while the pastor's pulling up in a freaking Lamborghini, bro, a 23-plate whip, bro. These churches are scams. And we don't have, and that's the problem. We've allowed them to corrupt the church. Because if the church wasn't corrupted and the church was something that we all took seriously and respected and followed, the family would still be there. Because the church teaches, get married, keep that family together, be good people. Yeah, but now, that's why in the Pakistani culture, in Arab culture, I'm not going to say there's zero degeneracy, but degeneracy is not tolerated. For example, let's look at the Arab world. If an Arab woman wearing a hijab was twerking, bro, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. You know what I'm saying? And it would be the same if we had the church. If we had the church and you had women twerking in videos and stuff, we'd be like, oh God, she needs Jesus. She needs Jesus. But instead, we act like Jesus wants us to do this. That's why there's so much degeneracy in our culture. That's why you see all this, because we haven't got faith to protect that. Yeah. And let alone as also, and it's not just faith you need. Atheists are probably saying, oh, it's not all about faith. Okay, look at it like this. We have most black homes don't have a father. Fathers are the ones. Father's the first. First of all, is God. Second of all, it's fathers who enforce that and stop that level of degeneracy from coming.
Before you even get into like the whole fatherless house homes topic, bro. One thing I was deep in, the church isn't strict enough. Like as you were saying, bro.
Yeah.
And I've noticed it because like deep how if you was to ask a lot of so-called Christians or Catholics our age, if they go to church anymore, a lot of us don't go to church no more.
Exactly,
bro. Every Muslim that I've met, they still pray 5 times a day.
Friday
they
prayer.
Still go to the mosque.
Friday prayer,
bro. Ramadan, don't even talk to them about that, bro.
Yep.
They are back in it, bro. They're back in it every time.
Yep.
Bro, I don't think there's anything as Christians that we do on a yearly basis that is similar to Ramadan.
Exactly. People don't even follow. Catholics don't even follow Lent,
bro. Like deep.
You can't even give up meat.
Deep that. Like deep. That actually deep it. Like that is your now what you're saying is very true, bro. Because like now I've looked at it. Obviously there is. Let's not say that there's not a lot of like divorced partners that are obviously Muslim, in it. There is out there.
Yeah.
But compared to like non-Islamic relationships, there's a lot more. Like the divorce rate is definitely a lot higher, and broken relationships a lot more higher. Single households a lot more higher. Like because of what Islam teaches and how strict they are. Like deep actually praying 5 times a day, bro.
And here's the thing as well. I'm not trying to say that there's no Arab women who can be hoes. Like Pakistani men will tell me. A couple Pakistani guys have told me, this girl's a hoe, this, that. But that woman, she'll go have her fun, but in the back of her mind, she knows I'm going to get my husband and I'm going to have kids and I'm going to keep that family going. In our women's minds, it's not there. They've completely given up on that idea.
Yeah.
And faith is what, and it's Islam. It's literally Islam that keeps that idea in the women's heads. But we haven't got that faith to keep it in their heads. That's what it is.
It's such
completely
a,
deep.
such
And
a tough topic.
That on top of the fatherless households is recipe for disaster.
Nah, it's the biggest. Like it makes no sense. And what I'm deep in as well is that, bro, it's like a cycle, bro. You have one fatherless household, yeah. That household now has, let's just say, there's a daughter and there's a son, yeah. That daughter now might have a child as well, and then now she has to raise that child by herself.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going. It's like a cycle, because the truth is you act on what you've seen in your own family. Like the honest truth is, if you're from a singleless household, the honest truth is there's a huge possibility that you might be a single parent when you're older.
Yep.
There's a very huge possibility. Because you don't know you don't understand what it is to raise a child as a partnership. Like, you don't understand it. You don't get the sacrifices you need to make. Like,
exactly.
It is deeper. Like, this shit is deeper. Like, deep this. Like,
that's why the culture's gone to this point, because there's nothing that keeps.
And the thing is, one thing I've deeped about this culture is that everyone is just too selfish. Like, it's good to be selfish to an extent, but when you're literally just thinking about yourself, how the fuck do you expect to raise a family like that?
Exactly.
Like, how deep it? How the fuck do you expect? Yeah, cool. Put it this way. Let's give you an example. Yeah. Let's say there's a man, there's a woman. Yeah. They have 2 kids. Yeah. Let's just say the woman works. She works, like, let's just say she works. Sorry, hold on. What the fuck?
Oh, Tankz keep calling his phone, man.
It's not even things, bro. It's actually clients. This guy's trying to shag me.
You want to do it now? You want to?
No. He said.
Say no, bro.
He said reference. He's gonna refer someone to me.
Watching this clip on the Click It podcast. If you man enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel, Tankz. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check out the podcast on all platforms. Check out the link in the description for everyone you saw in the clip. And yeah, subscribe. Bye. Bang. Click it.